Can you guys see my screen now?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So I'm starting out just on our website. The reason is for you guys that maybe haven't used this particular tool yet, or might have questions afterwards. This is a great resource. Feel free to come here. It's Earnnest with 2 N's. Earnnest with 1 N is just a student debt forgiveness website. So if you need that, now you know. But Earnnest with 2 N's is our website. And I'm going to focus in specifically under our partners page. You can see our Keller Williams partner page. Lots of cool stuff on here, guys. Of course, it clicked on something else. Hold on, sorry. Lots of cool stuff on here. You can see we have a fun quote from Gary. You can see which market centers we're in, how many agents are using us. And then right here is actually our introduction into Command. So what I'm going to do, since this video is honestly going to do a better job than I would, I'm going to go ahead and introduce you to the Command integration by playing this, and then we will take some questions at the end of it. So I'm going to go ahead and hit play. If for some reason you can't hear it or something, just holler at me and we'll figure out what's going on.
Inside Command, click on the Opportunities tab. Select All Opportunities. Inside an active opportunity, select Send Earnest Request. An informational piece will pop up with steps on what to expect before you make your earnest money request. Click Continue. Confirm that you have the email address of the person who is paying and click Continue. Fill in your buyer's name, email, phone number, earnest money amount, and the property address. Next, you'll use Earnnest Smart Search Filter to find your escrow holder. Earnnest contains a closed network of carefully vetted escrow holders, so you can be assured that your buyer's earnest money will go to the correct, secure account. Type in the name of your escrow holder. The populating options are filtered by the name you type and the property address that you've entered. Select the correct account and confirm that the escrow holder is the one listed on the purchase contract. Notice that Earnnest keeps all parties informed of the earnest money status using our custom notification receipts. You, the buyer, and the escrow holder will receive receipts as soon as the buyer completes the earnest money payment. Confirm that you have a fully executed contract before you make your request. And that's it. You're ready to send your secure digital earnest money request. When your buyer has paid, you will automatically be emailed a receipt of payment along with the buyer, escrow holder, and any additional recipients that were added to the request.
All right, so I'll review some of the details there. One, automatically you can see that this is found in your opportunities in Command. And specifically, this is found in your buyer opportunities. So if you're generating the request typically from the listing side, then this is not something that's going to be relevant to you just yet. We are, we do have a listing agent or a listing opportunity version of this in the pipeline that you'll see soon. But right now it's in the buyer opportunity. The next thing you can see is that it's just listed right there under integrations. This is not an add-on, you guys. So right now, if any of you guys, some of you may have already done it as you've been in your buyer opportunities, you can see that that is there and it is permanently there. You don't need to go download this and have it as an add-on in your buyer opportunity. That is a permanent part from now on of your buyer opportunity inside of KW Command. So big shout out to Matt Green, your CTO, and the whole team there for working with us to get that put together. You can see that once you have signed in, it's going to ask you again just to confirm in this instance that you're requesting from the buyer side. And then you're just filling in 4 really basic pieces of information, right? It's the contact information of the payer, the property address that they're trying to purchase, the earnest money amount, which again, earnest can move up to $100,000 on a single transaction, or it can be limited by the brokerage. And then selecting your escrow holder. So if you guys are the ones holding the escrow funds, then it's really simple. You just search for your brokerage and then you select it. Again, not needing to know any account or routing numbers, which is really helpful. Your organization is fully vetted in our network. And then at the end there, as she mentioned, you're going to receive receipts. So automatically you as the requester, the person who's paying that request, and of course, The administrator on your escrow account, I believe is your MCA in this case, will receive payment and deposit receipts, making sure everybody is kept in the loop. Now I'm going to show you another way to generate earnest money request as well outside of Command. But any questions about this new Command integration, where to find it, how to use it?
No, I think that we've had, does anybody have any questions? We've had some really good success.
Yeah.
I was super pleased with how it comes in, how fast it comes in. I can't recommend this enough, especially if you have out of town buyers. That is easy. A lot of banks require you to go in to execute a wire. This is just super easy.
And I think the integration into Command is gonna make it seamless.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I think it's so cool.
Yeah. Any questions, everybody? Okay, what you got next? Jackson, was there something else?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to switch over and I will briefly walk through our mobile application as well. Guys, I wanted you to see this. The Command integration is fantastic, but it is, it's a desktop integration. So for those of you that are maybe on the go more or need to generate a request at a moment when you're not at your desktop, we do have a mobile application. So hopefully you can see the iPhone on the screen there, and this is what the app looks like. It is free to download in the App Store to your iPhone. Or to whatever the Android version of the App Store is called, to your Android phone, if that's what you like. When you open it up, you can see here there's actually a video walkthrough of how to generate a request in case you ever need to refresh. You can also generate proof of intent, which I don't think is relevant to your market, but in some markets that is necessary. And you can see here all previous transactions that you've requested as an individual agent. So we'll get into more detail about that in a second, but I'm going to just quickly go through the request payment process on the mobile app. Again, really big benefits being you have this no matter where you are, and then I'll show you the trackability, which is a big benefit as well. So big green button at the bottom, generate request. It's going to ask you again, are you the listing or buyer's agent on that request? Clicking begin there. It's the same 4 pieces of information, guys, except Google Maps is going to help you out. Starting with the street address, you can, of course, edit anything that Google Maps puts in, but it'll make it quicker for you. Next is that earnest money amount. Again, anything up to 100,000 can be moved in a single earnest money, and we just lowered our minimum to $1. So if you guys wanted to send stuff lower than that, feel free. Payer's email address. Again, putting in that contact information, you can actually connect your contacts to this. If you would like to, we will never reach out to them or store that information, or you can just type it in manually like I'm doing. And then lastly, selecting the escrow holder. Again, same process. This is a demo environment, so I'll search for my fake one here, but you can see, put in the basic information, start typing it in, you'll see it there, and you just click on it.
Hey,
Now,
Jackson, real quick, 1 second. I just want to tell everybody at that step, the name is Keller Williams Exclusive. So the the escrow holder. So when you're requesting hand money or earnest money, that's exactly how you spell that out. That's in the system, Keller Williams Exclusive. Okay, thanks. Sorry.
No, wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that. Yeah, unfortunately, this is a demo environment.
Sure. Totally.
But thank you for sharing that. Moving forward, one really nice thing about the app as well is you can add additional email recipients to those 3 that are automatically going to receive it. So again, automatically escrow administrator, you as the requester, and the payer will receive emails. But you can actually add additional recipients when you request from the apps. If you want to include a lender or another agent, or maybe the spouse of the payer, you can do that by clicking add recipient. Finish the setup here, have an opportunity to review those 4 pieces of information, and again, the additional email notifications you may have chosen. And then you would swipe your finger across the bottom of the screen. Now, again, this is a demo, so it's not connected to anything. So I'm just going to cancel out of this request. But guys, our data shows that on average, most agents do that in 60 seconds or less, are able to generate that request. And once you've generated a request, whether you've generated it in command or on the mobile app, it's actually going to show up here in the app for you, regardless of where you request from. And you're going to be able to track it in real time. So let me click into a request here. And when I click expand activity, you can see that I'm able to follow the transaction all the way through the process. So I can see when I've requested it, of course, but now I can actually see when my payer goes in and interacts with it, when they've gone through the steps, when they've hit the pay button, when the money has left the buyer's account, and when the money is deposited into our escrow account. Guys, this is updated live for you, updated in real time, and it's of course time and date stamped as well. So every single transaction that you generate as an agent, you can go ahead and keep track of right here in the mobile app. Any questions about downloading, requesting through, or tracking in the mobile app?
We have one here, Jackson. Go ahead, Deanna.
So Jackson, one of my biggest clients is a nonprofit. And so he doesn't directly give me the escrow, he requested from the accountant, he requests it. So how would I set that up for them?
So if the accountant is the one that's actually going to be, hitting the pay button, then I would recommend requesting directly from the accountant. If the nonprofit has access to the bank that they're paying through, then they can sign into that bank when they go through and pay. And I can show you what that buyer side looks like. Kind of depends on how the structure is on their side. Whoever has access to the funds and can actually hit pay is who you should send the request to.
But you could put your client as a recipient as far as notifications. So a point to be made here too is that this hits on a lot of your cylinders. It's your communication for the receipt of hand money being received. You can manage that yourself and hold on to it and then forward it, or you just put that sell listing agent in there, maybe their transaction coordinator or whoever is doing that. Just be mindful too that this is a record and you've got timelines. And so if you're just sharing with this information with your client on day 5 when you're in your contract, you're late, right? This should be going out on day 1 and you're checking in to make sure that they're getting it in and that all this is getting processed by your timeline. But yeah, I mean, it makes sense to me, right, Jackson? If she sent an email or included that, whoever that connection is, they can set up through Earnnest and be able to pay directly that way. I would talk to them first.
Yes, I need to, because I think they have to have 2 signatures. It's
a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, you may just talk with them. That it's on a case-by-case basis, right? You want them to use a system that they're willing and able to use. So find out from them if they'll just do a little bit of research on it. And if they have questions, if it doesn't work for them, then you have to go back to snail mail or whatever we're doing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely a very unique situation. But as you mentioned, you can add the recipients on there. And yeah, case by case basis. We understand that this isn't going to work for 100% of clients, but it does work for a vast majority of them. So it's a great tool to have. You can also point them to this page. So guys, I'm on our resource pages here. This is something that's sort of new as of this summer. We have ones for you. We have ones for your escrow administrators as well, but specifically I wanted to show you our home buyer one. This is something that you can share with your buyers, maybe as part of your buyer packet or something like that. These are those receipts that you're going to receive. I wanted to show you those as well. On the left is that payment receipt. Guys, this is the same as a legal proof of payment. So the same as somebody writing a check and having dropped it off at the bank. You can see it's itemized. One thing that we haven't talked about is cost, right? This is free for you to use as agents. This is free for your brokerage, but we do have to make money. So we charge a flat fee to the buyer, and it's this $15 fee here, 15. You can see that on the screen. That's about half the price of most domestic wire transfers. That's where that price point came from. It's only on the buyer side again. So unlike a wire transfer, both parties aren't paying anything here. But I wanted you guys to see that and understand the significance of this payment receipt. That is a legal proof of payment there on the left. And then on the right is that deposit receipt. Specifically though, for your buyers, if you scroll down here, we have a full walkthrough of our security and even a downloadable security guide that you can download to a PDF, throw your logo in there and include in a buyer packet as well. If buyers have questions, I'll hit you with the highlights though. Wires and checks have fraud potential. Earnnest has done almost 200,000 transactions, close to $1 billion in earnest money transfers without a single instance of fraud. We have a closed network. We verify both parties on every transaction. And that's the reason we continue to be a risk-free option for your buyers. And we have a full buyer walkthrough here. This is a 2-minute video. It's the last thing I'm going to show you. Again, it's just 2 minutes, but it is a full walkthrough from A to Z of what the buyer experience is. I want you guys to see that so you feel comfortable with what you're asking your buyers to do in this situation. And then I will let you guys get on with your very busy day.
Let's take a look at the buyer's journey as they complete their payment. The buyer will accept the request in their email. There is no sensitive information in the email. We introduced Earnnest to the buyer and shared just a little about our security and transparency and give your buyers access to our support team should they have any questions about paying their Earnnest money. The button in their email will direct them to a secure page where your buyer will go through a 2-step verification process. Once they create their account, they will review your request. Earnnest does not allow the buyer to
Uh-oh, I think we lost the sound.
if they will need to contact you for an update request. If everything is correct with Buyer Hub. The Buyer Hub contains the details of the request, the buyer's name, the escrow holder, the earnest money amount, and a flat $15 processing fee to the buyer. There are 2 actions that the buyer will complete in the Buyer Hub. First, they will need to confirm their identity, and then they will connect their bank account. These 2 actions are what make Earnnest different from any other digital payment platform. We are verifying the buyer's identity in real time and confirming that they have sufficient funds to make the payment, protecting you and your buyer. The buyer will be prompted to select their online banking partner. Earnnest is connected to over 13,000 banks nationwide. If your buyer doesn't have online banking, they can manually enter their account and routing information. We never store or see the buyer's banking information. Using our secure system, Earnnest is completely removing the possibility of bounced checks, saving you valuable business days and a lot of headaches. Once your buyer's identity is confirmed and the proper amount of funds are available for payment, they can pay their Earnnest money.
All right, guys, any specific questions about that? Again, you can see we verify that buyer, we verify their identity, just like we verified your organization. We do a sufficient funds check and they're able to connect their account through cloud. So quick, easy, and tokenized. We don't see or store any of their banking information. It looks like Yvette has a question. I see a hand raised on the screen.
Actually, I just have a comment. I use this all the time now. It's flipping amazing. No more tracking down checks and then having to run to the office and all of that stuff. It's so simple. It's so easy. My clients love it because now they don't have to go to the bank to get cashier's checks or wire them. It literally takes you 5 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you haven't used it, I highly recommend you try it.
Awesome. Thank you.
And I'll send you my bill, Jack, for that plug.
Absolutely. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Thank you, Jackson. Any other questions?
I have one. How do you handle LLCs and identifying those?
Say that again.
How do you handle the LLC and identifying the LLC? I mean, are you trying, when you're doing the verification?
Let's just answer that real quick. An LLC is going to have operating agreement, and whoever's on the operating agreement to be like the signator, like whoever, that can be coming from their account that's verifiable, so you can connect the dots there. Somebody that signs for the LLC has to be listed in those documents.
Okay, so I guess what I was seeing that they're verified person, so that's why I was wondering. So okay.
An LLC is gonna have a bank account too, right? An
Yes.
operating account typically,
Yes.
so it will be still in that name. Whoever is the primary, bank holder or account holder should be fine.
Okay, all right, just wondering. Thank you.
Well, and then that's a question also for the lender. If there's a lender for the LLC, you want to be talking to the lender saying like, how do you need to see this? This is coming in this name. It's just communication prior to, if you have an LLC or any other kind of POA or something like that. Awesome, thanks, Susan.
Thank
That's a
you.
good question.
Perfect.
Any
Awesome.
other questions?
I am putting my
Okay.
contact information in the chat for you guys as well. So feel free to reach out to me if any questions pop up later.
Okay,
It's been fantastic. I really appreciate your time today. And
thank you. Awesome.
Thanks, Jackson.
Thank you, Jackson. All right, is she on the phone? Yeah. Hold on, we got a call here in the office, so Alana had to step out, so he was gonna get us back on track with our PowerPoint.
Moving right along, we have Miss Megan Lang on the line for Compliance Corner. So go ahead, Megan, take it away.
Oh man, after all of that talking, I get to go next on your favorite subject. I just know it. So I just, over the last couple weeks since our last team meeting, I wanted to give everybody a heads up about some of the things in compliance land that we're seeing. So bank-owned land purchases, anything similar to that. If you guys add a comment before you click submit on the compliance folder as to why you don't have the necessary documents, this will keep your file protected from an audit. It also verifies to me right away and I can just approve it without the document. It keeps you guys from getting one more reject or returned file from command. We review your compliance documents through the lenses of an auditor. So if in the event of a real audit, we just want to be sure that you're safe and not in any danger with your license. So I know it may seem tedious and at times you may not love me and I may not be your friend and I completely get it. I've got big shoulders. But at the end of the day, your office and myself, we just want to make sure your documents are in line, you're safe, you're protected, your clients are protected. Some of the other things that we just noticed that we're missing a little bit more frequently, dates for your signatures. And I think one of the reasons why this is happening, some of you are transitioning maybe over to DocuSign. DocuSign does not automatically date your forms like dotloop has. Aside from dropping in a date manually with each initial where it's required or the signatures, you can use the pre-tagged roles in DocuSign and that will automatically add the date to where it needs to be. And then one last note from me, don't hit submit to Market Center on your individual folders within your opportunity. And I ask you that just don't hit it until all of the required documents are in there. If you do hit it, I'm going to have to be that mean person that just rejects it and tells you that something's missing. So if all of your documents are uploaded, great. Fantastic, submit it. If you're missing something and there's a reason, just leave a comment and then go ahead and submit it. I've had some really great conversations over the last 2 weeks with some agents questioning why it was returned, and I explained it and they completely got it. I think maybe what's happening is when you're doing that submit, it might be getting confused with the commission submit, which you do want to make sure you submit right away so that Eva can see it and get you paid. But the document side of things, when you're submitting that, you do want to wait until you have everything. And as always, if you have any questions, I'm always here for them. By now, I think almost everybody, I've gotten a chance to meet you either through leaving comments or phone calls or emails, but I'll drop my information in the chat box for you guys too. Never hesitate to reach out with questions.
Thank you. Anybody have any questions about that? That's a huge thing, because when you're looking in command and you've got like 4 or 5 documents just in your under contract folder and you're hitting submit individually in each one, she gets pinged. That is a separate request versus like fill out the placeholders and send it once.
Right.
Just send once. What you got, Marta?
So I just wanted to make sure this is correct. On a land listing, it's the regular listing contract, the land contract, and then the addendum.
That's very specific. You want to talk about that, Megan?
So on a land listing, you're talking about, you have the contract that you can list it. You're not going to have a seller's property disclosure, right?
Right, lead-based paint, you're not gonna have any of
No
that.
lead-based
You'll have AJM.
Disclosures like that. So let me see, sorry.
You can send a message just right out of the gate to her in the listing side of it, just saying heads up, this is land only. And then right away, she's gonna get in that mindset that she's not looking for the typical.
Yeah, and I do always go to your comments first if there's any there before, because sometimes honestly, if maybe that land listing's missing and you only have the other things, I might not know that it's a land listing that I'm looking at. So my eyes for that aren't there. But I was just trying to pull it up really quick and see what else is required. But I think you covered them all. And if you ever have any questions, as always, I'm here to verify too.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome. Any other questions? Thank you, Megan, as always, doing
Thank
a lot of
you.
heavy lifting. We love it.
Pleasure. My
Awesome.
pleasure.
Yes. Okay. Alrighty. What you got for me? New office progress. I was just there yesterday. I don't know if you can tell, but things are looking tidy over there. The tile, the wall tile, the stalls, I don't think are in any of these pictures, but the stalls in the bathroom have gone in. As you can see, like in that middle picture, the front foyer area is like this aggregate, like polished concrete. It looks super cool. And then from that lighter gray area, there's going to be like carpet going back there. You can see all the ductwork has gone in. We are glad to now have air conditioning in there. It's actually quite chilly. It's been super hot in there all summer when you go to check on things. But that picture on the right is the upstairs. You're kind of getting a visual there in the back of where the training room is going to be. But it's coming along. Looks to me like there's going to be just the tech stuff going in, the glass into the doors and all the hardware to the doors, the handles and the locks and everything. Be on the lookout for emails. We're going to start inviting, agents in that might be interested in an office to come in and take a look and kind of start, putting your name on a list for an office that you might want. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, it's coming along nicely. Don't forget, on the back is the drop box. We've talked about that in a couple of newsletters, but the old drop box that was on the front of the building for hand money checks or whatever, we're checking that daily. It's on the back. But if you do have one that's coming, just shoot me a text and I'll zip over there and grab it. It's only a couple of blocks. Yeah. So I guess just to wrap that up too, once they've gotten to a certain level, the city's going to be notified and we will go on the wait list waiting for our occupancy permit. So that's the office kind of move update. Although we thank you so much for your patience. The post office has been the post office. And, I'm driving by there every morning on my way into work. We have a PO box, so I've been getting checks there. But if you've got specific closings this week, you might want to just put this current address. Just let settlement know if they just happen to be mailing checks. You might want to put this address because the post office has just been really unfortunate actually, but we're keeping up with it, and I know a big pile came in over the weekend, so we've been processing that as quickly as we can. Does anybody have any questions about the office move? We will. Yvette, or is that your hand up earlier?
Okay, so my question is, I'm getting ready to order some more business cards. Which address do I put on them?
I would do the 211 North Whitfield.
Okay.
Yeah, I would do that. That's gonna come directly to us here.
No,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, just.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Like you can have the man, for the, I get it. I get your question. It took me a hot minute. I haven't had my caffeine, y'all. Sorry. No, use, the new office address. It's 5915 Baum Boulevard.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I get
No,
it.
that's okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Is that 20506?
206.
206, 15206.
Yeah.
All right, any questions about the move? We will be giving you guys the updates like right away when we start getting some dates in. Okay, everybody, we have like a plethora of August birthdays, like one after the other. Jackie's was actually in there too, but so we've got Joe, me, James, Harold, Linda Elders was yesterday. Happy birthday, Linda. Justin, Lisa Considine, and Alexa. Happy birthday, everybody.
Happy birthday.
Good month for birthdays, all the Leos in the house. Okay. We've got some anniversaries to celebrate here. So we've got James Kaufman, Julian Hunt, Scott Lane, there's my guy Mike, Malika Salter, and Gabe. Happy anniversary to you guys here in August.
Yay, happy anniversary.
Awesome. We've got some new agents coming in. A couple of these are just filling out their final paperwork, but we've got Sean Johnson, Bruno Tano, Marino. Vincent came to us via Sue Pittman. So welcome to Keller Williams. We're super excited to have you guys here officially in our system. Welcome.
Was Bruno out there?
Thank you.
He was. Bruno was at the picnic.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I'm
He
like,
comes to a lot.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm like looking like, well, he looks a little different up here, but.
Welcome. There he is, smiling. Bruno, say hi.
Thank you, guys. Hi, everyone.
Welcome. Okay, now we're going to talk some killer numbers. We've got July home run agents. So that means a listing taken, a contract written, and one closed. So we've got Cindy, Fran, Gina, Heather, Jean had an amazing July, Josh, Chris Keller, Lisa, Mike, Rudy, of course, Ryan, stinker in all the lists. Jordana, Juliet, who's here, congrats. And the Elder, congrats everybody, that's huge. We had a huge July for agents. All right, top 6 agents for listings taken. Look at my girl Heather, 5 listings there. Fran also 4, Ryan with 3, Jordana with 2, Josh 2, and again, Juliet, congratulations everybody. Okay, top 6 agents with contracts closed. We've got Jean at 6, Josh at 6, Ryan,
How did you do
5.9? What?
I have no idea. I have no clue.
That's a weird
I don't
number.
even know I don't know what that means.
Oh, I guess it's because of
It's
teams
the
having
team.
to share.
Yeah.
Share team things. Ryan with 5.9. I had 5.4. Deanna with 5. Congrats. Here she is. And Fran with 5. Congratulations, Fran. Huge.
How did you do 5.4?
Oh, my girl. One of them was split with Allie.
Okay.
And then I had like a referral. I don't know. It was weird, but it was weird splits. Yeah. Busy month. Congrats, y'all. Okay, here we go. Top 10 year-to-date closed volume. There's that guy. I'd never catch him. Never look at him. Brian Edmondson at a little over 12 million. That's huge. Jean at 7.7, almost 7.8. I'm here wrapping up sales at 6.3. Heather at 4.8, who just got a beautiful new listing. If y'all haven't seen that, check that out. It's stunning.
Gorgeous.
Beautiful. Good job, Heather. Jordana at 4.3. Our girl here, Deanna, in the house, 2.6. That's capper level. You capping.
I never got it.
What? It's on sure it's here.
Just like.
Yeah, it's here. Maddie at 2.5. There's my girl Allie at little over 2 million. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, Linda Elder, the birthday girl, 1.9. Josh Irvin, 1.9. Bring it up right there.
Love that.
So close. Congratulations,
Great work,
everybody.
everybody.
Huge year-to-date numbers. Love it. Okay.
Hey, I did it.
All right. There we are. Congrats, girl. High five from here. Deanna's capped, I capped, and Jean caps in like 2 seconds. That was amazing. This is the fastest I've ever capped, actually.
Nice work.
In my 6
ladies.
years here. Thank you. Look, it's all the ladies.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody.
Look
Great
at that
job.
diversity.
I know, that's a good point. Look at that
Yes,
diversity.
true diversity.
I love that. I love that. Okay, we're gonna talk numbers and then bring in my
Let's-
girl Eva.
Yeah, let's talk market center numbers. So a lot of green this month, which I love. So for closed units, we're up 31.5% month over month. Year to date, we're up 11.7%, which is incredible. Closed sales volume up 68.1% month over month. Year to date, we're up 5.5%, also awesome. Listing takens, we're up 8%. But year to date, we're still down about 12.2%. So that's
It's
yeah,
very common.
yeah, we're closing
throughout
that
the
gap.
market.
Yes. Same with listings taken volume. We're up month over month 11.2%. Year to date, though, we're still down 31.4%. Listings sold, we're up 45%. So love that. Year to date, 11.2%. Listings sold volume are up 60.4%. I love those numbers.
That's crazy.
Year to date, up 3%. Contracts written up 34%, so not quite as high, but we're still in the green, which is awesome. Year to date, up 13.1%. Contracts written volume up 89%.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Year to date, 14.8% up. Closed GCI also up 43.2% month over month. Year to date, up 3.1%. And company dollar is up 56.6% month over month. Year to date, up 23%.
Love it.
Love those numbers, guys.
Awesome numbers,
Keep
everybody.
up the awesome work.
Joe, if you want to chime in here, are you still here with us? I know what this number here is showing me. I would love to get your take on this.
When you say this number, which number are you
Listings
asking about?
taken volume. So just FYI, on our Monday market call, we're crunching numbers about what we're seeing in West Penn MLS in terms of listings taken and all that stuff. We're seeing these numbers. So that -31, to me, I'm already seeing in the data for all agents, for all of West Penn. So this is just what we're all seeing in the market is low inventory. That's where that's coming from. But look at how much we're nabbing of that. So we're in terms of month over month. So super pleased with that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any phenomenal feedback other than the what you just said. I think those numbers that are trickling down are an indication of the shifting market. Just one more reason, guys. Like we're offering, I think the training calendar right now is the best it's been since I've been a part of the organization. We're really looking to have more conversations about that because it's real. We had on our top agent call last Friday. We were talking about how do you adjust your lead generation habits. Like so we're having that conversation in the market center. Please be a part of that. The other numbers are a result of our tremendous growth and our tremendous agents getting into production at the level that they're capable of getting into. I think that's what I'm super proud of. Like these greens, these are not like small numbers. 89% up on contract written is a crazy number. I mean, that's just like 60% up on listings sold volume. Like that's happening because our agents are getting to the luxury mark. Like Ryan got luxury last month, which was a huge accomplishment. And we have a lot more agents that are pushing their sales prices up. So when you see that first column with 68% up, 45% up, 60% up, 34, 89, I mean, these are just phenomenal. So we are growing and doing more business while the market is shifting. And that's why you see some up and some down. But I suspect we're going to continue to push that green even further. I'm just like, this pumps me up. So I'm excited about it. I'd also like, this might be a good time for me to share that with the home runs and the top 10 year to date and all of that, we have more agents now that we've passed the mid-year mark who qualify for the top 20% top agent calls that happen every other Friday, which if you're not on the list, be jealous and work towards it. And now we have some new people who are going to get invites. So keep an eye out for your email that we're going to have some new agents getting invited to that top agent call. So, and that's a result of our increased production. You know, we're able to, we have more people that are getting into that tier. So that's phenomenal. So that's all I have. I don't have any spectacular.
Always pumping up the troops.
If I can, I'd like to throw in there real quick too. We had 2 agents in PC this past month achieve their first listings.
Yay.
So
that's how the whole market center wins more. That's awesome.
Yeah. Congrats.
Congratulations, guys.
That's huge. Because we all know, like, the buyers oftentimes are the easier, but getting those listings is tough. So congratulations. Awesome. Okay. Next. Shares and wins Johnstown. Karen, you here for us? Did she have to go?
Let me find the unmute button. Yeah, on piggyback to what Doug said, yeah, all of our new agents now at least have 1 contract under their belt, so that's good too.
Yay!
That's awesome.
That's incredible.
Love it.
Yeah, things are going well. I really don't have any specific things to add, but thank you.
Well, I'm pumped to see you guys tomorrow. Don't know if y'all know, I head out there once a month, every 3rd Wednesday of the month to join their team meeting. So looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow again. I'll be bringing the books.
All right, we'll see you then.
Okay, see ya. All right, Altoona, is that for you, Doug? Shares and
yeah,
wins?
I think, well, we've reached our goal for the year, which is to attain a certain volume, and we've done that. We've exceeded over 11 million, almost $12 million in production as a group. But I think the biggest, coolest problem to have, if you want to call it a problem, is we're getting low on listing signs. Meaning we have more listings right now as an office than this office has ever had. So it's a tremendous success for us to see agents that are less than 12 or 15 months in the business have 1 or more listings out right now. So, we're actually getting ready to meet later this month to discuss getting some personalized signs for a couple of our agents that are seeing their successes or their businesses grow from a listing standpoint. So, again, like as Karen said, can't really touch on a lot of too many small specifics, but a lot of really good wins that are leading to some solid production. So we're just proud of our agents and the growth that we're seeing. We have brand new agents that have, like Andrew Lesh, who came right out of the gate with a listing, $500,000 listing, and is knocking on the door for his first buyer sale. We have just a couple of really good young energized agents that have some listings out there, and we're just happy to see the continued successes, even in, as Joe said, even in a shifting market, to see us continuing with that momentum forward is
Awesome.
Is a blessing. So
Joe's over there with his hand in the air.
I'm ready to go. I have specifics for Altoona. My specifics are that out of the top 10 agents of our market center, 2 of them are from Altoona, and it's Linda and Josh. And both of them are over $1.9 million. That is awesome.
Huge. Fran too, in Johnstown.
Yeah, and Fran's right below that. So she's just out. Yeah, she's just outside the top 10. So yeah, it's and then Diane Roberts is from Johnstown. So out of our top 13 agents, we have 4 that are from Altoona and Johnstown. So that's just super cool to see.
Yay.
Yay.
Thanks, everybody.
Also, special shout out to Doug for Del
The
Grosso's
picnic.
that was awesome.
Thank you for organizing us, Doug, as always. That was such a great
I'm
outcome.
excited. Yeah, I'm excited for next year. When we do these things like we did with the pep rally earlier this year, you get a chance to kind of see where we can, everybody had a great time and it was a huge success, but we've already started to see where we can make it even bigger and better. So already excited for next year too.
Yeah, I want to fill my car. We'll just all, tootle out there together. Okay, thank you. All righty. Okay, please, we've got an amazing presenter on Friday. If you don't know Steve Chapinka, where you been? That's all I can say. He owns the Academy of Real Estate Careers. He's a broker. He's been in a variety of different brokerages. Now he's with a different company, kind of out of the sales side and more in the title side. But Steve Chapinka is joining us here on Friday, and he has lived to tell the tale of a couple of shifts, and he's going to join us and talk about agent preparedness in the shifting market. We're just going to continue to be bringing value to you guys over this topic, because a lot of agents are not going to make it through when things continue to go the way that they're going. I just feel like we all need to be tuning into this. So he's going to be here in this room. He's bringing lunch. We're going to be in and out, enjoying the space. And he's a good talker. He's a good teacher. So we are just really looking forward to seeing you in person. If you can join us, please make it. He's incredible. He's incredible. But there is the Zoom code there and the passcode. So join us on Zoom if you can make it there as well.
But also, why would you do that when you can hang out on the rooftop deck?
That's a good point.
And have free lunch.
And have free lunch and join us on the rooftop deck.
Exactly.
He's awesome.
There is no bad side.
Yes. Yeah. Unless you live in Altoona.
Unless you live in Altoona, then there is a bad side.
Too funny. Okay, everybody.
And I will real quick too, for anybody who's a PC agent on this call, and we'll be discussing it later today too, that we're going to be doing a quiz regarding Steve's presentation. So be in attendance, be in the building or on the Zoom and take notes.
Awesome. Take notes. Okay, next week is Mega Camp. So Mega Agent Camp is held in Austin, Texas. But they've got some big chunks of content, guest speakers, very specific information coming to us. We are going to be live streaming that here out of this conference room. We're going to have, like, Ali and Alana and Eva have been on top of planning an amazing 2-day event here. So
it's going to be a party.
It's going to be a party. So we've got amazing vendors that are providing breakfast, lunch. We've got a vendor that's doing a happy hour for us downstairs at Blue Sky. So you're going to be getting a lot of details on that in the coming days, but please join us. I mean, there's something about post-COVID where we're all just kind of hunkered down, but I don't know if y'all can see it. We've got this beautiful rooftop deck here that's going to be decorated, and we're all just going to be here, but we'd love to see you. Just come and get the content and just the kind of camaraderie of your fellow agents. Would love to see you guys here. Does anybody have any questions about Mega Camp? It's going to be great. Pop in anytime or the whole time. We'd love to see you. Okay, see you next month. Please scan this QR code that you see up on the screen and send us just like, a heads up on how we're doing as far as the meetings go. We just want to make sure that we're always trying to bring you value and content that's relevant to you right now. If you have any questions, you know how to reach us. For Alana and Eva and I and Joe, we're just so grateful for you guys and grateful for all the hard work that you're doing. And we're just really proud to be in business with you. We're going to have some new faces next month. So I just really encourage you guys to come on by and check things out. We miss you. So come see us.
Yeah.
I have one final parting thing. So we had introduced Jennifer, obviously, as the team leader, and everybody in Pittsburgh knew that was happening and that was the case, and we were all excited about it. And I just want to formally and publicly congratulate her and announce that the region and Keller Williams have accepted her as the formal and the permanent team leader. So that's huge. Yes, thank you for that.
Thank you.
Congratulations to Jennifer.
Thank you. Again, we're just grateful to be in business with y'all. Thank you so much for joining us today and enjoy the rest of your week. And if you can join us at 11:10, we've got a class here too. So let's see you in a bit. Bye, everybody. Have a wonderful day.
Or you can hang out, yeah, because I was gonna say,
It's the same Zoom link.
it's the same Zoom link, so I'm just gonna keep this open. Julie Young is gonna come on and talk to us about reverse purchase mortgages, which is a kind of another form of creative financing, you know, with the shifting market, just to, you know, make sure that you have multiple options in your tool belt for your buyers there. And then also, I thought I saw Carrie Ann on the call from AJM. I don't know if you want to jump on really
Carrie
quick
Ann.
and do a little plug
no,
for
I miss
anything
her.
exciting.
There she is.
Yeah, hi. No, I don't have much, so just happy to miss you guys in the office.
I know. We miss you too.
Thanks. The only thing I would say is recently I was talking with a lady in one of my networking groups who works with First National Bank, and she was talking about that the turnaround times on their mortgages are longer. So I would say that if you do have someone who's looking to go to a bigger bank, it's not a bad option to, you know, give them another option like a broker if they're looking to close quick or if they're in a certain timeline. So me and Todd are always happy to look at anything, or, you know, even if they don't go with us, we can always write up a offer just to let them know, you know, what the other options are out there. That's all.
Awesome. Thanks, Carrie Ann.
Thank you.
Thank you.